Comic-Con, the biggest gathering of geeks on the planet, has shown a lot this time. Not that they show a little any other time, but this time they showed quite a few superhero trailers, and I mean they had Wonder Woman, Justice League, Doctor Strange, and a few more. But I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about a few of the trailers that interested me the most, because some of them I've been waiting for, and some of them I didn't even know that they were going to even be doing. So the first one is Justice League. So we all know how Batman and Superman went. It's fans just they didn't like it. They thought it was too long. It had plot holes and things like that. They just stuff that didn't make sense. People didn't really like it. I personally thought it was okay. And I didn't think it was the best. I liked Civil War a lot better, but I still thought it was okay. But I just didn't hate it as much as everyone else. But the trailer for Justice League, it didn't have the stuff I didn't expect it to. I mean, and I was kind of thinking about it, because the trailer for Batman and Superman was, I liked a lot. I liked the trailers, but I think it's kind of one of the things that led many people to not liking the film that much. I think the trailers were actually overwhelming. They just got people too interested. It got them too happy about it. They were excited for it. But this one, it was kind of the opposite. They didn't show as much. They didn't have a bunch of epic scenes with big music in it or anything like that, and I think they're kind of doing that on purpose. I think they're just trying not to get people as excited for it, because when they do go and see it, they won't be as overwhelmed or anything. So they just might like it more. So that's what I think they're doing, but maybe I just sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist. But I thought it was an okay trailer. Okay trailer, but I am interested in seeing it. It does look like has lots of good stuff in it. Getting tongue tied. They didn't have the Superman in it, so we know he's coming back. We saw how the movie ended, but he wasn't in it at all. It didn't really show anything like that. It pretty much just focused on Batman going up to the Flash, and he threw one of his little bat things, and the Flash was just pretty much going like, watching the thing go by, and he caught it, and he was like, "You're fast," and the Flash just pretty much made a bunch of jokes and everything. So it was a pretty good trailer. I am excited for it, but just after what happened to Batman and Superman, I'm not completely sure. But I did really like Justice League, the cartoon on Cartoon Network. That was really good. I remember back when that was new, and it was really good. I didn't really care for Justice League Unlimited as much. I thought that one had way too many characters. It's just, there was a superhero there, superhero there. It's just like, go back to the days when there were about 6 of them. There was way too many after that. It's too many to count. So there was also Wonder Woman, and that's another one we knew that was coming. It pretty much just focused on this guy getting washed up on the beach, and she's like, you're a man. And he's like, do I not look like one? And it looks like it takes place maybe in the 1920s or 30s or so, because it looks like it takes place a long time ago. I haven't really looked up much about this film yet, but it does look really good. I am sort of excited for it, even though I've never been that much of a Wonder Woman fan, but it does look pretty interesting. They make Wonder Woman look pretty badass in it. She looks really cool. So that's what I'm also excited for. I think it comes out next year, if I remember right. I don't know if it comes out before Justice League or after Justice League. I didn't look that up, but it does look pretty interesting. Okay, so what else was there? There was the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and it's the Harry Potter prequel. So I've seen all the Harry Potter movies. I've read the books. I've been fans of it for a long time, and this one it looks pretty good. I'm not as interested in it as I was Harry Potter, but it does still look pretty good. I didn't read the book, but from what I know, it's about this one guy who goes to New York and he has this briefcase with all these monsters he's wrote about, and then somehow they escape and he has to go and get them so they don't, I guess, terrorize New York. I wonder why they didn't write that in the history books. But it looks pretty good. I don't think it's going to become nearly as successful as Harry Potter. I mean, I'm sure it'll make a lot of money, but I don't see it as becoming as a critical success as Harry Potter. I don't see it happening. I might be wrong, but I don't see it happening. I mean, it just might be because I don't know a thing about the Fantastic Beasts thing, but it looks like it would be an okay thing. I mean, it had a few funny moments in the trailer, and the main character looks like he's a pretty good guy, so I just really don't know what to say about it because I never read the original book. So there was also the Blair Witch thing. I think I've seen the first one. I think I do know how it ends, but I'm not sure if I've seen the full movie. But this one, it looks like it's going to be pretty much the brother of the main girl of the first movie is trying to go out look for her. So, I mean, I think it takes place 15 years after the original, so you think if someone has been missing for 15 years, they're usually dead. I mean, yeah, miracles happen, but usually if they're gone for 15 years, they're either dead or they're a criminal and they're out hiding somewhere. So, it's probably not going to go out too good for him. A lot of people are pretty much complaining that it looks exactly like the first film, just with better quality and different characters. And it kind of does. It looks like they're having pretty much the exact same scenes in there. Like, it has that one scene with when they're in the woods and that Blair Witch logo thing floating around. They have the exact same thing in there. Then I think it had also the scene where they're running through the house. So it does look like it's going to be pretty much the same movie. A lot of people didn't even see this coming. There was talk of possibly of a Blair Witch sequel, but we didn't even know this one was coming. So I don't know if I'll see this. I do like horror movies, but I really don't care for the Blair Witch that much. But it looks like it could be a good film. I think they're just maybe kind of focusing too much on found footage right now. I mean, they just got over with those Parallel Activity movies, finally. Then I think there's going to be another Unfriended, so it looks like it'll be okay, but it is kind of unnecessary, but it might be good. So the final one is the one I did kind of know about, but it was really surprising when they said it. The Legend of the Hidden Temple movie. If you were to tell me that they were going to make a Legend of the Hidden Temple movie a few years ago, I would have thought you were absolutely insane. Just, you escaped some mental institution somewhere, and then you were spreading rumors that there was going to be a Legend of the Hidden Temple movie. Just, that would be enough to convince me about that. But it's really happening. It's just, of all the shows that they chose to make a movie out of, they chose Legend of the Hidden Temple. It is pretty much literally the least likely show they would make a movie out of. The only thing I can really think of off the top of my head that would be harder would be Nick News, and which they actually recently ended. That's the only thing I think that would actually be harder to do, but they're actually doing this. So from the trailer, it looks like it's going to be about these three kids who are going to this tourist attraction, and it's the show Legend of the Hidden Temple doesn't exist in this universe. The Hidden Temple, I guess, it's supposed to be a myth. People don't know if it exists, but they just made a tourist attraction out of it just to say maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, who knows. But it is going to have not Mark Summers, whatever his name is, the original host in it, and it's going to have the guy who played Omak in it. So it's pretty cool that they're bringing back two guys. I like that. And from what I saw in the trailer, the set does look pretty similar to the original set. I mean, I think it's actually better because the one back then was obviously just for play, but this one is supposed to be kind of like a real temple. So it does look a little okay. I mean, it looks good, but it's obviously going to be also made for kids, so they're going to just put all these dumb scenes in it. Like there's a scene where this one guy, all the kids are talking, and this one goes like, "You can't speak monkey," and then one kid's like, "Actually, I can." The scene like that really has to be in there. It was kind of stupid. So because it is going to be made for kids, it is going to have some pretty stupid scenes in it that are just going to make us go, "They really said that? They really said that?" So I do kind of hope this will be a success, because this could lead to more nostalgic shows getting the same treatment. So I do hope it becomes successful, and it would also let kids know about the old show. I mean, I kind of hope they just aired the old episodes on Nickelodeon for a while. I mean, just to get kids to know what it actually is. I mean, I'm guessing most kids today don't know what Legends of the Hidden Temple even was. I actually tried to go into the message board on Nickelodeon, and they don't even have a message board anymore. They got rid of it. So I tried going there to see if any of the kids there were talking about it, and if they knew anything about the original show, but the message board is gone, which kind of saddens me. I loved going on there when I was a kid. I mean, even though most of the stuff I wrote never got past the people who, I can't find the word right now, but it's just none of the stuff I posted ever got through it. But it was an okay site. I had a weird nickname called 7TY7YY, but it's kind of sad to see it gone. So it looks okay, but it does look just kind of childish. But I hope it's going to be a success. I'm much more excited for the Hey Arnold movie. I mean, we've been waiting for that for years, and it's finally getting made. And they actually recently put up the new designs for Arnold, Gerald, Helga, and Phoebe. They all look a little bit different. Like, Arnold now has this jacket on, and you can tell he's not wearing a skirt anymore. I guess because there was just so much confusion on that. Gerald has different shoes, and his hair's a little bit shorter. Helga has different shoes, and her dress is a little bit different. And then Phoebe's also wearing something different as well. So I'm guessing they're supposed to be in a different grade right now, but we'll see when it comes up. I'm a lot more excited for that. I hope it's really good. So that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about. I know there's also Doctor Strange and that new Sonic thing, but I just don't want this video to be really, really long. So, anything else I can think about? Nah, not really. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.